18 likes.
We'll give you guys about a minute to get in.
We're in beautiful, sunny San Diego.
Yes, not sunny today, but usually it is. So we can turn around and show them the office from right here.
Yeah.
Let's zoom out a bit.
All right, we can start, I think.
Let's start.
Yep.
All right, so I'm Adib. I'm the Chief Product Officer here. I'm responsible for getting you comma 3Xs shipped and looking real nice and reliable.
Hi, I'm Yassine. I work in research and I'm responsible for making the models that drive the cars.
All right.
Let's flip it. Make hire and chill. Yeah, we really want to make hire and chill.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's get into the office.
So we're gonna do a quick tour of the office, show you a little bit what we're working on, some of the progress, some exciting stuff.
So we'll start over in the comma factory. So downstairs in the office is all the comma factory. We output comma 3Xs, and we have basically insourced almost everything we can at this point. We've got lots of security. All right. So we start with boards. We start with bare PCBs that look a lot like this. So these are coming out real soon. We've insourced the Thundercom SOM we're using in the comma 3Xs. This is our very own design. We call it Lightning Hard. It's a little play on Thundercom. We've got the Jungle V2 board. So this is what a board looks like when we get it. And then we run it through the line here. And it runs through the jet printer right here. We've got a top of the line My 300 pick and place. Then we have an oven and the top of the line 3D AOI. So we'll show you guys each of those. So this is top of the line Micronic pick and place. Pretty soon we'll get the one with both heads. We can make boards really fast, but the board goes right in here, and then these heads grab all the components along these reels, and they place every component on the board, and then they go right over here through the oven, and then every board is inspected by our 3D AOI. They're going to zoom out of it. So we get these really high resolution pictures of the board, and we can inspect for any defects before any board gets handed off to the production team. So this is some really advanced testing that we're doing on these boards. We want to ensure every device looks exactly the same to you guys.
Pretty cool. Thank you.
So from CircuitSpoke, you get your bare PCB populated, and it looks like this. And it gets handed off to the production team. So the production team will take it, and they'll head over to lens focusing to install the road-facing cameras.
Also, I forgot to say, but you can ask questions, and I'll be reading some of the questions and answer them if I think they're interesting or if I think they're funny.
So we got a jig right here. You pop it in. You put two lenses right there. We have this nice torque screwdriver, and then you end up with a board that looks exactly like this. If you pop off the lenses, so you've got your narrow cam, you've got your E-cam, and we've got this nice hood. It's a real professional setup. We want to make sure we're assembling all these cameras with no dust, and everything is really precise. So the jig ensures that the distance between these is very accurate. They're not askew or anything. Mm-hmm. So then once you have this, we head over back to the main line. And you can see the production team has lots of boards prepped for you guys.
Look at them stacked.
Yeah, look at all these boards. So I'm leaning a bit. All right, so then we go down the line. So first you get a SOM and a heatsink installed right here. It looks a little bit like this. So every station has these screwdriver, these screw feeders, and an automatic screwdriver. And then we go down, we get a D-cam installed. So this is the driver cam. These are assembled as a separate module. And it slots in right here. We get it fixed right like that. And then we go down the line. You get your super caps fixed to the board, so 4 of those get soldered on. And then you get your GPS antenna. So that gets slotted on the board just like that. This nice injection molded piece. And you go and just screw it just like that. So after all those steps, you end up with a board that looks a lot like this. So you can see these board tracking. We have some really advanced tracking of metrics around these boards. We really care a lot about the failure rate and making sure we're making really reliable electronics. So you can see you got all 3 cameras. This is basically everything you need for a comma.ai. You get your GPS, heatsink, there's a SOM inside. So all it's missing is a screen and a back case at this point. All right. So look, Lalo here is going to put on a screen right now.
Nice.
Let's see him put on the screen.
Yeah.
And then we get to see the back case. We get to see the full process right here.
We are hiring for electronic. Yes, we are hiring for EE.
Yes, we're hiring people to design things like this, to run the factory, all sorts of hardware skills and software skills.
Nice. That was quick.
Yeah, then a back case gets put on. And you can see we have lots of backs prepped. I know some of you guys were talking about new hardware. We haven't even built half the 3Xs we plan to build. We want to build lots of these things. We're going to be on the 845 for a long time. We put a lot of time into refactoring and simplifying and making this super manufacturable. So this is a product we want to build and support for a little while here. All right, so then your device gets flashed with our custom operating system. And then we do what we call final provisioning. So this is where we do some quick tests before they head over to the stress test. And your device will run here overnight. We try to stress every component as much as we can. We run them at full load. You can see we're running the CPU and GPU really hot. We check the temperatures of every single component. We have super strict thresholds here.
So this device has been running for 15 hours.
No, that's how much time it has left.
Oh, cool.
You can see the GPS is really great. We're getting accuracy to 1 meter.
Time's going down. Cool.
So also sneak preview. These are some of the first devices with our lightning hard SOM built in. So we're really stressing these guys and making sure they're going to just be a drop-in replacement for you guys.
Nice.
So at peak capacity, we can fill up, the stress test rack supports 120 devices. So 120 times 5, we can do that many devices a week. And we want to increase this. Oh, we don't have any devices they've already picked up today. All right. Usually that bin is very full nowadays. All right, so Ada's packing up some devices here.
Hi, Ada.
Let's show them our professional operation here.
We're almost done, we're almost done.
So your comma.ai comes in a box a lot like this. We've got some really nice foam and packaging. And then there's a really nice insert. I really like the style.
This is a beautiful packaging.
Yeah, it's really nice packaging. We spent quite a lot on the packaging actually. It's this really nice box that all folds up. Packages every comma.ai with a lot of care. So if you've ever gotten any comma product that's really the last like 4 years, it was probably packed up by Ada.
Yeah.
All right. So
Robert says, what a beautiful place. All right, let's...
we can quickly show them the road focusing room.
Yes, let's go. This is one of my favorite rooms.
So we showed you guys final provisioning over there. This is what we call initial provisioning. So this is where you take a board that came out of circuit spoke and you've only attached lenses so far. So we can test a whole bunch of the board really early and we can focus these lenses. So if there's anything wrong with the board, we know very early in the process and we don't need to build it up into a full device. And we catch things really, really early this way. So what we do is we slot it right in here and then it gets pointed right over at this TV and the one in the mirror. And we can focus your road and wide road camera like this.
Yes. camera focusing, very important. Lens focusing.
And shall we switch for the data center?
Yeah.
All right. So you see, we'll show off the data center here.
So we're gonna peek into this very loud room. Is it closed?
There you go.
And our loudest room, so we're not gonna stay there long. But it's a very cool room. This is where the magic happens. And some tiny boxes here. And then many racks. The data center is where we train. It's where we train all our models, and we are currently training a lot of models, and we will talk about that when we get upstairs.
All right.
Let's switch back. It is the best room in the whole office. Yes, tiny boxes go.
Brand new room, actually. It's our new professional kitchen. This is our latest bit of insourcing.
Hi, Amanda.
This is where the lunch and dinner magic happens.
This is the other magic.
We got a real professional kitchen, you know, because of this flooring and these beautiful commercial refrigerators.
All right. Let's check out the garage.
Yeah.
The kitchen is legit. Yeah, it is
Super
legit.
So
It is legit.
We've got a Blackstone here.
Got a Blackstone. You know, making healthy food. It's our little courtyard.
All right.
Blackstone girl. Yeah.
All right, so this is one of two garages that houses the comma fleet. You guys know we support about 300 cars now, and we have basically one of every platform within those cars. So we can make sure every car is having a really great time. And basically everybody who works here commutes with our cars. So we're always testing Openpilot all the time. We actually track our engagement stats, and they look very similar to yours. So we're really users of our own product.
I'm the
So
only one.
we can do questions when we get upstairs to the Openpilot room.
Yes.
In the lounge.
Is there no basement?
No basement.
Yes, and also not everyone got here already, so that we have more cars. Video looks good. Thanks. All right, so I think
We'll
we've
just do an overview real quick. So, no, let's show. Actually, let's flip it and then we can do all right. So right behind us is that main production floor. And then if we turn over here, we've got circuit spoke. That's our circuit board factory. And then the kitchen. And then the comma fleet is right over there.
All right, let's go upstairs. This is cooler than Google I/O. There's a DJ upstairs.
Developers. Oh, we could have done the overview up here.
Yeah.
It's actually pretty cool to show off. So right before we get into the hardware team rooms, we can see a whole bunch of designs. So we've got a very early comma 3 design. This, I believe, is the Red Panda. We've got a whole bunch of revs, like the 3X. These are some of our camera boards. I think a cool project for a hardware intern would be to take all our products and make like a nice laser cut display and have them all doing replays. I think it'd be a super cool project if anybody's interested in that kind of stuff. So we've got a sneak preview of the Tiny Box production facility.
Hi.
Anthony's working real hard over there. And then this is Igor's office. He's not in right now, but he's the head of hardware development over here. He's really in charge of bringing you new products like the Comma 3X, the Tiny Box, and hopefully some cool stuff coming soon. And this is our other hardware room. You can see we've got scopes, we've got power supplies, we've got little reflow ovens, we've got 3D printers. We've got everything you could ever want. And despite Greg sitting right here right now, we have nobody who works in this room full time. That's partially why we're doing the stream. We got to find a hardware engineer who wants to come in here, sit at that desk right there, and design products like the Comma 3X. We can show off this. This is pretty cool.
Yes, this is a hackerspace.
So we'll bring up the lightning hard boards in our circuit board manufacturing line. We want to make sure the BGA soldering is basically perfect. So we do this test called die and pry. It's a pretty standard technique. And with this loop, we can basically iterate on our manufacturing procedures, and we can get almost perfect soldering on every one of these guys. So we've been making hardware for a long time now. We're learning a lot of the tricks. There's really not that many of them, and then pretty soon we'll have hardware that fails, way less than 1% of the time.
Sub 1% failure rate.
If Alex wants to say hi.
This is Alex's office.
Yo.
Yo.
Right, then we have a little kitchen up here.
So caffeinated drinks.
We have caffeinated drinks, every variety of water. We gotta keep our fridges well stocked.
Comma coffee.
You want to leak Comma coffee? Do you have a sneak peek on your computer?
He's not a zoo animal. Okay. Comma Coffee's gonna happen. We're gonna have a multi-week pop-up shop this summer. We're gonna do Comma Coffee in Cars, some talks. Since we're not hosting a Comic-Con event this year, we'd still like to create some great events for people to learn more about us and come actually on site. So
We'll have a
very
legit
excited.
La Marzocco. We're gonna sell coffee
should
profitably.
We show them the robot arms?
No, should we?
We don't. I don't think.
I think
they're
Mitchell
here.
has them.
Yeah, Mitchell has them.
Um,
We want to
we're
make
gonna see what we can do to automate the coffee.
Comma coffee.
experience, so.
Yes, the robots are gonna make coffee. But
You heard it here first.
you heard it here
You
first.
guys ever hear of the coffee test?
It's not gonna be a Keurig. It's not gonna be an espresso. It's gonna be a real coffee. Real espresso.
All right, so we're gonna head over to research now. Research. You know you're in research because of this lovely periwinkle color.
What is this? Look at this. Billy. Hi, Billy.
He wants to give you some GPUs.
Billy's giving me some GPUs, some 2080s.
Oh, it's a 2080.
Hi, Billy. Thanks. Let's go.
Is he running the roaming software, or is he manually driven?
I don't know. Is Billy manually driven? I think he's manually driven,
I
but
don't
we
know,
have
but-
we have some autonomous ones.
Okay.
All right.
We'll show off an autonomous one.
Yeah, let's talk to Harold. Hi, Harold.
Do you like GPU delivery?
Thanks.
GPU Billy?
GPU Billy. This is where some other magic happens.
I'll switch.
Yeah.
Yeah, should we talk about, if you turn around
Yeah.
the board there, we have our goal set out. So we want to get MLSIM in master by October. MLSIM means our new training infrastructure, where all the models are trained on policy in the imagination of a transformer model, GPT, LLM style. We've made some good progress on that. We've got some proof of concepts, and we really think by October it'll be better than anything we've ever done before. So that's kind of our plan. If we follow Yassine, he'll show us some demo videos. I don't know how well it translates, but it should look pretty cool. He's been doing some real magic with the attention models.
Are we gonna have a tiny sim comparison? I don't think people know how tiny sim works.
We talked about it in the conference in the Comic-Con.
We can probably tweet some comparisons. It's better to view over there than on the screen. But basically, TinySim is just a simulator where we take real video, we estimate the depth of everything relatively badly, and then reproject so that we can move around. But that comes with all sorts of issues. Some demoware issues.
Some demo.
Third time's the charm for passwords.
Oh yeah. It's a long password.
All right, so
Alright,
you guys know it's a high quality simulator.
So this is our ML simulator. It's a pretty short rollout, but all the videos that you see here are generated by a GPT, by a transformer, as well as the recovery path that we're training on. So as you can see, this is just a list of rollouts. So the top video is the F-cam, the bottom video is the E-cam. And as you can see, we made some good progress on how fast we can run these models. So they're pretty fast now.
I mean, this is just running on your GPU.
Yeah,
right?
this is running locally. There's no, we don't have like.
It's not relying on the data center we
It's not
showed you
relying
guys
on
downstairs.
Training is relying on that, but the inference is done on my desktop. So as you can see, it's faster than real time now. It's more than it's 10 FPS, running at 10 FPS. We made some changes to the architecture to be able to speed it up. Yeah, it's some great progress. We have a proof of concept of driving on
Oh,
these
he's got to
models.
fix his cable.
Yeah, lots of people have cables in front of the eCams.
But MLSim does just fine with that, right?
Yes, that's fine. Yeah, so these are some rollouts.
Whoa, it's not even a 4090, right? You have what, a 3080?
No, I have a 40.
Oh, okay, fine. It's a 4090.
Yeah, so this is it. You can
Our
see
current
turns.
models aren't trained on sim yet, right? Not this sim, but they are trained in simulation.
So we have a more classical simulator that we call TinySim, which is based on projecting the image based on depth information, and that simulator is not perfect, but this is a lot more advanced and will enable us to scale the models a lot larger than what we have currently. And yeah, as you can see, transformers are really good at simulating the world and simulating driving. So yeah.
Just want to add to that, the visual quality of the simulator isn't like as good as what you've seen in some of the demos online, like Sora and Google stuff. But we're really optimizing for a very different thing. To make a good driving simulator, you need something that accurately represents all the things that can happen on the road with the correct probabilities and with the correct physics, which is a very different goal than visual stunning quality. So we're really optimizing for that kind of physical accuracy first, so that we can translate to driving behavior, and then at some point the quality will get better too, once that's the limiting factor. But right now it's really a focus on making sure that the physics is simulated correctly, since that's the priority.
Yes, and then the quality of the image is just a dial that we can increase or decrease as much as we possibly can. If we increase the resolution a lot larger, then I won't be able to run this on my desktop and I won't be able to debug. So at this phase of development, it's good to keep it small, keep it manageable, and then when we can scale up, we'll scale up.
So they're asking, what improvements do you expect when switching to the new MLSim?
So we're expecting both lateral improvements and especially longitudinal improvements. MLSim will have substantially larger range in longitudinal differences. So you'll see, for example, experimental mode driving fast on the highway, or driving the speed you want on the highway, and if you slow down on the highway, it will recover to a higher speed, and basically, yeah, stronger recovery pressure, especially longitudinally, because the longitudinal requires greater distances in simulation. So that's what we expect.
Is the environment synthetic 3D?
Is the environment synthetic? The environment is a transformer.
It's just weights.
It's floating points.
Oh, I think they're asking, like, what space is it
What
it's
space?
simulating in?
Yeah, so we basically, the image is a set of pixels, and then we command the transformer with 6 degrees of freedom of movement, basically from frame to frame. So it's 3D, and then the simulator gives us back an image, and then we do that iteratively to get a video. So we
Yeah.
command with 6 degrees of freedom.
So, but I think they're asking, like, what I'm going to get Openpilot 0912 with the first MLSim model. What am I going to see?
Experimental mode in master.
This is
Well,
the
that's ambitious.
So the biggest bottleneck right now with experimental mode is that the speed control on the highway isn't that good. So right now people prefer normal ACC over experimental mode on the highway, and that's really the first thing that we want to fix with these new style models. We haven't put any effort into fixing that because we think this is the real solution. So that's really the first place we hope to see like tangible benefits for the user.
Yeah, but first release will likely just be, it should match the performance, right?
Yeah, we'll try to target that. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's the minimum bar. We're not going to
We
ship a
might
model.
accidentally do much better.
Yes, this is true. If we trade a model that is exactly the same, but train an MLSim, we're definitely shipping that, and then it might happen to be better.
The bar is to not be worse in any way, so in reality it will probably be the same in the worst way and better at everything else.
Yes. All right, any more questions about MLSim?
So you don't take into consideration users pressing on the gas when they're in experimental mode. So overrides.
It is an override, yeah. We count that as an override. It is an override, yes. Same as steering and same as execution.
Cool. Let's move over to the body.
Move on. Cool. This is a body. This is a comma body. Armand, the new intern. Armand, you want to introduce yourself?
Yep, I'm the new machine learning intern, and so I've been working on this body, trying to get it to navigate the office, avoid some obstacles, and basically navigate. We are using similar techniques to the MLSim stuff. We're using a transformer to model the dynamics of the body and trying to model the office as well.
Let's check out the report.
Yep. So we've got some.
These are all simulated.
So some of them are simulated, the right ones. So we start with some real frames from the data set and then get the model to imagine the next frames and the next actions. And so we can verify that it's doing what we expect it to do. So in this case, for example, we expect it to go back, press the S key, which is it is doing. We can look at some more examples. For example, this one, it should avoid going left. This one should avoid going forward. So yeah, tests to check that the model is doing what we expect it to do.
So Armand joined the hackathon that we did last time at the office, and his team placed first. So they completed a loop around the office using the comma body.
Yep.
And then he came back to finish his work. Yeah,
Finish the work.
So you've only been here, what, 3-4 weeks? So our So our training stack is just we put a lot of effort into refactoring and cleaning up and simplifying. So we're able to generate all these reports and train our stack and make progress really quickly.
Yeah,
So
that's really nice.
I think now the body's gonna start moving. I think so.
It should
All right.
start moving.
So we're using the new library called Body Gym, which is like a gym wrapper around how we control the body. So hopefully it should
Oh,
go into you and then go back.
all right, that worked. So it's driving autonomously now.
Yes, it's autonomous.
It's getting too close. It does back up very reliably, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So is it gonna hit Casper now?
Let's see. So this is completely end-to-end. There's no object detection or anything. It's just training to do what a data set that we collected did. You wanna come? So yeah, it's just gonna do its own thing. It's a little stupid now, but it should do some cool thing. It looks alive.
It definitely looks alive.
Yeah.
So we're gonna ship this app. Can people drive around?
Yes.
All right,
We're
that's,
going to open source this model as an example in Body Gym.
can we open source the sim?
It's the sim.
Okay,
The
cool.
model is the sim. The sim and the policy are the same.
Very cool.
Yeah. So the goal of this project was to basically roam around the office and then recover if it's blocked, do some loops, not bump into things, or if it bumps, it should back up and recover. And I think we're pretty close to this goal. Yeah.
Oh, is it gonna recover?
Maybe.
Come on.
Nice.
Yes.
Oh yeah, Billy.
Good job, Billy. Oh.
No, he's got it. He's got it. Let's go, Billy.
Go, Billy. Yes. All right.
All right. Let's head over to Openpilot. George, you got anything to say? All right.
Billy is feeling the AGI. Yeah, that's
All right. So this is our all hands room. You want to point out our 3 goals for the company for
Yes.
2024?
So we have 3 goals: A, B, on one car by default.
So we started the year with 0. We have 0 right now.
So not a lot of progress, but working on it. Research has a goal of 50% engaged time for at least 1 week. 50% engaged time. We are about 33% right now, and we didn't improve. We still at 33, so still got some work to do. But we're confident in MLSim and longitudinal improvements to increase this percentage. And then we also want to build and sell 10,000 units. We're 18. We started the year at 0%, obviously, and we're at 18% of this goal. The units include comma.3x's and also tiny boxes.
This was our sale that we did recently. So despite the sale, actually, if you remove the sale entirely, we still have quite a bit of growth. But we sold out of our stock of comma.3x's actually quite quickly. So downstairs is really working hard to bring our stock back up, and then we want to sell out of those again, like hit our 10,000. So this hasn't been updated actually in maybe 2 weeks.
Oh.
We should be about 20% right now.
20%. Cool. This is our beautiful traffic light. CI is passing.
All right.
These are tiny neighbors. Hi. She's the tiny corp.
All right. And this is the infrastructure office.
Hi, Mitchell.
Research has one more very low priority goal, which is to make the arms make coffee.
Oh,
We'd
yes.
be very happy if we can make the arms make coffee. Right now, the arms can pick up a chess piece, so we've made progress very slowly.
Yes. Make the body drive around. Make the arm make coffee.
All right. So now this is the Openpilot lounge. And we've got our Openpilot dashboards here. I'll show them the growth. All right, so we launched the comma.3x not even a year ago, and you guys can see.
Hockey stick.
Yeah, so we're getting about 400,000 minutes of driving every day. That's about 50,000 every week. This is an insane percent of the total comma.3s and 3x's sold are driving every single day, which is super cool. You can see we've got our new devices coming online, measured by built, shipped, and then how many people are making new comma accounts. You can see a little bit, so this is the sale right here. Even without the sale, there's still a nice uptick. And then we want to make built look a little more consistent. We put a lot of effort in getting Lightning Heart out the door. So now that that's almost ready, we should be building very consistently, and then we want to ship very consistently. We've got a couple other things. You can see almost all the cars are growing. Ford is really obvious here.
Ooh, Ford.
Yeah. We're thinking of getting an F-150 soon. I think
Yeah.
that's going to be our next car. If you guys have any thoughts on next car, love to hear it. But even Toyota's growing a bit over the last year. This is in log scale, by the way.
Log scale.
Yeah. And then we got forks. I know the fork people love this. Openpilot release isn't shown here, but this is, we put master as a fork in here. So you can see the people love Sunny Pilot. Frog Pilot's growing a bit. And then, yeah, people are preferring Sunny and Frog over Master, but Master still has the next sizable chunk. And then this is like a rough mean time between failure. It's very raw. You can see this big dip here is the SDSU bug. This is why, we have to make hard decisions about niche hardware. Yeah. And then this is the car team's dashboard. Their biggest focus this year so far has been fingerprinting. We want to just make it not a thing. We call it fingerprinting 3.0, where we still fingerprint your car, but you don't need to know that that's happening. And you can see we make really great progress. So all these Toyotas have come online, and you see these little blips? Those are ones that didn't fingerprint. And for the most part, these are like the RAV4 Primes. These are the Toyotas with security. So they don't work on Openpilot anyway. And we use your car's VIN to know what car you have. So we can know whether it's a false positive or something we don't support anyway. So Shane's been working really hard on that. And then after fingerprinting, we have an exciting project where we want to pull out the car support from Openpilot into its own project. And then you can connect that up to any of your projects. You can imagine like AutoWare or some other ROS-based self-driving thing. And then you just use our package to deploy to your car.
Pretty cool.
We got some production metrics. So this is how many 3Xs we've built total. This is how many we have ready to ship at this moment. We want to get this back up to 1,000, and then we can do another big push on sales. Yeah, we gotta. So you can see, as we're getting Lightning Heart up, our build rate has fallen a bit and hasn't been as consistent. But the team has really been prepping everything. So once we get Lightning Hearts rolling off the lines, then we'll get this number up really, really quick within a few weeks.
Yes.
We got the Openpilot kitchen, so we got another fridge that's very well stocked, and then we'll head into the Openpilot office.
Some more caffeine.
All right, so you guys remember the research office was very full. The Openpilot office is not as full. So Shane sits right over there in the corner.
Yes.
And then we've got.
Comma does sponsor H1Bs.
Yes,
and
we
green
do.
cards. Yes, we do.
All right, and then we have these two desks empty right here. We're hiring people to work on web, on systems, to basically do the work that you see us committing to Openpilot every day. That's a preview of the Comma keyboard, work in progress.
You can use this keyboard.
And then it's my desk right over here. We've got a fancy Wi-Fi tester. It's like the official Qualcomm one, where we're doing some very deep integrations with the A45. We're gonna be on the A45 for a very long time. Right. You can see some of our intermediate goals. So for 097, our big goal was no OBD port. So Shane's got it such that we're not using the OBD port for fingerprinting anymore, and then no fingerprinting is exactly what we talked about, fingerprinting 3.0. We still got to ship the new updater that you can run while on road, and then yeah, we've got some this overarching goal of the green check mark that you see next to your commit. That should mean you're ready to go to release. That is not quite the case yet, but that's one of the things we're working towards. We have this really fancy testing infrastructure, and we can feel very confident in everything. It runs all the time. So the web team had a big victory the last month. This is the first profitable month in Comma Prime's history. So we made exactly $5 when you account for all our Mapbox fees, our cell fees, our Azure storage costs, Azure server costs, and like the Datadog monitoring and everything. So we made $5. It's about break even right now, and then we can put some more effort and make it quite profitable actually. So it's a big victory for the web team. Lots of
$5
exciting
profit.
stuff we can do on the web team.
So you can work here. This is a very
I'll show them the testing closet.
yes testing closet.
Right, so these guys are running Openpilot all the time. They run both CI on every commit, and then they also just run Openpilot continuously. And they really try to stress every little edge case. Yeah, this is what we call hardware in the loop testing.
We're winning. Where do you want to go next? Do you want to go
So
see?
we go in let's show them the gym real quick.
The
And
gym?
The lunchroom.
Yes.
And then we can come back here and do questions. Or we do questions in the lunchroom.
Yeah. We're walking over our nice gym.
Right. Check out the Comma gym. We've got workout classes here. It's open all the time. We've got some great equipment.
Some pretty nice gym here. Yeah.
Watch some TV while you work out.
You have one HIIT class per week, and then it's free to use and open every day, every hour, for people who want to work out. This is our yoga studio.
We did yoga this morning about an hour ago.
Yes,
It's a great yoga session. We've got a great yoga instructor.
yoga once a week as well, if you're into yoga.
It's got a great view of the office too.
Yes, yoga.
Many of us weren't into it, but the class is very convenient.
That's very nice. It's very zen. Gets you ready for the
Got
day.
a beautiful yoga light. And we've even got one of these guys. That's how you know we're a legit gym. Yoga studio. And then over here is housing for interns and employees. So if you want to live at the office, It's an option.
And our ping pong table.
We got the best room in the office, the lunch
And dinner room. This is where we have lunch and dinner. No lunch yet. Doing a good.
So we only have one meeting a week. We have an all hands on Mondays. So lunch and dinner are kind of an integral part of the experience here. This is where we make a lot of decisions and we do a lot of planning. What did you discuss?
Hi, Igor.
Oh, I got a lightning heart from Igor. Got a little delivery. Igor asked me to check it. I hope that means it's good. All right. We can sit here and take questions.
Let's do it.
All right. There.
All right, let's take some of your questions.
I don't know, just like sit together.
Yeah.
Maybe reverse it.
Top tier hiring campaign. Thank you.
How are repairs handled that come in? So, I don't know if you guys saw it, but I've got a desk downstairs. We open up every single one. We root cause every single one, and this is how we have a super low failure rate. It turns out it's that easy. If you care enough to open every single one and look at it, you can get super low failure rates.
What's our failure rate right now on 3X's?
It's about 2 or 3%. But the cool thing about that is it's largely screens arriving DOA due to packaging issues. So that's a very easy to fix issue.
Where's the body? The body got stuck in research. I think he likes that room. But we can he can also
You
go
can rest
out.
it over here.
Yeah. That's it. Any more questions? Hiring related?
So to recap what we're looking for software engineers for the most part to work on machine learning, web. So that means the Comma Connect app, Comma Prime, making us a really beautiful web and mobile experience for Openpilot. So we have the hardware to make the best dashcam possible, and most of the software is there. It's mostly building a nice front end around showing you your drives. What cars do you personally drive? So we drive exactly the ones we showed you in the garage. We've got like basically 1 or 2 from every brand. We didn't like cherry pick the best Openpilot cars. We just have one of everything.
So we have some more questions.
Is Tesla Model 3 Y support? Yeah, so we'll get that merged. The problem with the Teslas is you can't override the steering, and it's just a departure from the experience that we ship on all the cars. So we may revisit that at some point, but we'll definitely get it merged to master as a dashcam mode car. And I hear the Cybertruck is very similar to the 3 and Y. So Cybertruck support coming soon, hopefully.
Do we hire international students?
Yeah, so we try really hard to get people here on visas. There are some country-specific exceptions, I believe, like we can't hire people from North Korea, but other than that, we try really hard to get people visas.
What do you plan to do with the body? We plan to let it hang out and roam around the office autonomously without any intervention. What we really want is to build a stack that solves robotics that can be translated easily to so start with driving, and then the same stack with very minimal changes should also work on robotics and general purpose robotics, which is why we're doing end-to-end. So this is our goal with the body and with robotics in general. But as a first goal, what we want to do really is just be able to avoid objects and navigate indoors.
I think there's still a couple more up there.
Yeah. Is Connect still being worked on? I haven't seen much update.
When I have time, yes, we're hiring. We want to fill out the Openpilot team, the hardware team. We've never rejected somebody who was good because we just didn't have room. So if we didn't mention something that you think you can effectively do here, we're very likely happy to hire you.
Yes, we need people to work on Connect.
And to reiterate what the bar is our best definition we've come up with is, can you do our challenges and or contribute effectively to our open source projects? If you can do those independently and you're just a motivated person, this is the biggest indicator for success. Everybody who works here now either did well on our challenges or has history as a contributor.
Yeah, how do you guys like our new jobs page, new GitHub page?
Yeah, how do you guys like the new page?
Yeah, let us know.
There's no more like stock pictures. It's a GitHub repo. You guys can make PRs if you think something should be clarified.
It's very clean. Is machine learning different from search applied science? No, machine learning is applied science. Pretty much the same thing. Is there any plan in place to support vehicles?
So
Yeah.
it's the same with all the other cars that we don't support right now. We don't spend any of our own time porting the cars. What we do is we make it really easy to port cars for the community. We build tools and infrastructure and tests. So right now, you can port a car basically on your desk. You throw in a Comma 3X, as long as you have the right kind of harness, you get a route, and you can write basically all of the car port on your desk. So I did the Kia EV6 port. That was a fairly substantial, almost fresh port. Everything I did for that car, the lateral, the longitudinal, all the car state parsing, it all worked on the first try, which is super cool. It's a big testament to how far our car stack has come. And we have so much more we can simplify. So Shane's working really, really hard on that. So the security cars are the same thing. We're going to make it really easy for other people to do it. And then, if we happen to hire a big enough team, I would very much interested in hiring somebody to just come and make the Fords really great or the Toyotas really great. We can totally support that. But as it is right now, with the resources we have, we're focusing, the highest priority is just making the infrastructure really great for the community to port the cars.
You can ask any questions, but yeah, hiring questions are
Hiring is the
priority.
main focus, but we love questions.
Do we have a mobile app?
So we don't have a native app. We have the Comma Connect PWA. I could be convinced to switch back to a native app if you want to come here and work on a native app. If somebody wants to come and make a beautiful native app, would love to hire you. Do you have so a lot of people who apply for this kind of stuff, they don't have working projects, or their projects are very laggy. We just want somebody to make a really nice app. So if you have a demonstrated history of this, or you contribute to Connect and make it less laggy and less make it just work, then we're very interested in hiring you.
What skills do you look for in software engineers?
What skills? So again, can you do our challenges or can you contribute to Openpilot? This is literally it. Git clone Openpilot, pick a bounty, or pick some other issue. It really doesn't matter. If you find some other way to contribute that we didn't describe, even better.
By the way, the hiring page is comma.ai/jobs.
Yes. Are you nervous about $$ total units sold, or is that a future thing? I'm not sure what that means.
No, we're very
So the
happy.
unit economics on our devices works out really well now. The Comma 3X is, we're building them profitably. So we can sustain, we're very stable on the Comma 3X. That was the big victory with it. We're delivering the same thing to users at half the price. We're at the price where they're happy with it, and it makes sense for us to keep building them.
Cool. If you have a PR that improved Connect, that's amazing.
All right, let's see the PR.
Nice.
GitHub. First click through it though. So what was weird about it? Have you sent a comment through each of the OEMs? We don't need to. The OEMs bought them all on their own.
They're buying it.
Basically every OEM has bought the Comma 2s, Comma 3s, Comma 3Xs now.
So no questions.
So,
Yo.
Any questions for me?
Any? Uh-oh.
not really.
Oh. Any questions for George? Hi, George. Any docs? Any C++ backend or infrastructure roles? Yes, comma.ai/jobs.
I mean, we're hiring a system software engineer.
I believe that there's really a universal skill of computers. And we're looking for people who are just good at computers, good at Googling, good at figuring things out on their own. If you haven't read it, How to Ask Questions the Smart Way is required reading for all Comma employees. And people who like the kind of ethos laid out in there.
If you stumbled upon it before we mentioned it, then you're probably a good fit.
Yeah, people who
Like if you know who ESR is, and
yeah, people who like that sort of culture will do well here. So again, it's really less about like the exact role and more about a generic set of computers and Googling skills.
Yeah, if you're contributing to any of our projects or you do a great challenge, we probably haven't even looked at your resume. That's a total non-factor. Anything good up there?
Do you have any personal experience in China using self-driving cars and robotaxis? Did you try any robotaxis in China? No. Okay.
I heard Neopod's kind of good.
Tiny box shipping.
End of June.
End of June.
But,
Very excited.
Let's keep this stream on topic. So
Yeah.
I think somebody said something about web dev skills. Can you make something like Connect, but like it just works every time? Like if the videos don't load 1% of the time, can you figure out why? And can you just deliver that independently? This is all we're looking for.
And do you not want to use 27 frameworks?
Yeah,
I'd really like a web dev person with a systems mentality who just wants to come in and like not use any of these frameworks and just writes like 1,000 lines of clean JavaScript.
Have you seen HTMX? It's pretty cool.
No, what's that?
It's this guy's response to React, and it's pretty cool.
I like something like Svelte. I like the ones that will pre-render stuff. I think that React and the virtual DOM is... a lot of these frameworks are designed to work at a very different scale of company. I was just reading the Intel compiler for their NPU. And, you know, it's one directory of it is larger than TinyGrad.
They have all these like bootstrapping things. Like you can't just open a new file, save it, and then run it. You gotta like bootstrap it. You need to read.
I don't think there's any reason for this. I think that the main reason this happened is what's the law that says the structure of the company will be reflected in the code base and vice versa?
It's, I saw it yesterday. I forgot the name.
When you have a company with 20,000 people, you're going to have an insanely bloated, ridiculous code base. But if you have a company with 20 people, well, there's not room for, every line's got to pull its weight.
You don't want to end up with an encoder team and a decoder team and a ReLU team.
I mean, this happened here for a long time, right? There was the NPC team and the model team, and they would blame each other all the time.
Yeah.
Well, that was a bad abstraction. You definitely want there to be different teams where there actually can be non-leaking abstractions.
Yeah.
Yeah, unfortunately, corporations are not good at finding efficient ways to communicate, and then the models and that their systems end up also not being efficient.
Yeah.
Conway's law. Yes, thanks, Greg. Conway's law.
Were there any good ones up there?
How many? Conway's law. Yes.
Scroll. Used by people. Yeah, but so that's the thing, right? We want to hire people who want to ship this to thousands and thousands and thousands of users who use this every day, and it just works. So what I've been telling my team is, I don't know if you guys saw that MKBHD Rabbit tweet where he's like, this is after he did the Humane review and the Fiskar Ocean review, and he just tore them to shreds. And he tweeted a picture of the rabbit. He said, all right, let's get to work. When he tweets a picture of the comma device, we want to be like, okay, we did our homework. He's going to have a good time. So that's what we're going for right now. People who want to like just make things that work. We have something that like kind of works. All our users who have it set up are super happy. Just check out Reddit or YouTube. But we want to make it really easy to get into that experience and make it work every single time.
Yeah, there's this myth that engineers can't ship good products. And I think there's a certain type of engineer like this. I think there's a certain type of, not to use this word derogatorily, but like a nerd, right? Who delights in the complexity, who delights into the, I'm using Wayland with the latest Rust-ickle compiler. Like, there's a place for this stuff, but that's not what we're trying to ship. We're trying to ship the simplest thing possible, and the simplest thing possible usually is a good product.
Yes. There was a question about remote work. No, we hire in person in San
If you
Diego.
want to keep doing bounties, though, we'll keep throwing them up.
That is remote work, yes. It's paid.
Look, I'm not... TinyCorp's more open to remote work than Comma is, because Comma does a lot more hardware. In general, I think there's a lot of people who will ask that question are not really looking to, like, they're looking for more of a lifestyle thing. Like, they're like, oh yeah, I want a remote job. So it's not that remote itself is bad, but asking that question is bad.
And there was another question about not having lane markings. Yes, lateral in Openpilot is end-to-end. It doesn't need any lane markings. It's just a model that predicts curvature. So it is...
I work at a remote company. It's not that great.
There you go. Thanks, Mauricio.
Yeah. I think a lot of people also don't understand the very serious trade-off with remote companies, which is you're going to have to end up in a lot more like planned sync meetings. And I don't know, I really don't enjoy meetings like that. I enjoy a much more organic style, and that's what you get in person. Remote is feeding all the people who are going to install spyware on their computer, right? There's not really another way to do it. Like, the end point of remote is there is going to be an AI model using the webcam on your computer constantly watching you and reporting back the most sophisticated metrics about you. Well, he smiled a lot today. That's good.
So
I'm
That's
watching
the
this
idea
from
of
my
what I
remote
want.
job right now. There you go.
Exactly.
There you go.
there's a question: are we looking for AI ML engineers, or can traditional software engineers with an appetite to learn also work at Comma? Yes, they can.
Oh, of course, we're looking for software engineers to do lots of things.
Yes, comma.ai/jobs.
Deleting all remote.
There is no real such skill as like AI, ML. It's all infrastructure.
Yes.
So no, you don't need to have a math PhD or anything.
Yes, AI, yeah, just do you want to build something great? Do you want to solve hard problems? And do you want to ship to thousands of users? So that's the only requirement.
And are you capable of working independently?
Yeah, it's not like we're looking to 10x the team here. We want to fill out that Openpilot room and the Calibration room we showed you for the most part. And downstairs, if you want, anybody wants to come, hardware software engineer who wants to run the Comma factory, there is so much we're still leaving on the table that somebody can just lots of low-hanging fruit all over the stack there.
We're like 25 people now. We want to grow to 30.
Yeah. But remote offices. Yeah, we had one for a bit. We're a one-office company. And we invest a lot in this office. We showed you guys the lunch and dinner room, the new kitchen, the Comma factory. Everybody who comes here parks with the rest of the Comma fleet. They see the devices leaving every single day. It's really incredible.
I worked at a Google satellite office briefly, and it's just not really a good place to get things done. That was one of I thought Elon's great thoughts when he got Twitter. Like Twitter had like 37 offices. Why? Shut them all down.
So it's called. So that was a pretty good question. What's the best part of working at Comma for you? I want to win. We're 20 people shipping something that thousands of users are enjoying every single day. And we're going to ship that to 1 million people pretty soon. And with 5 more people. And it's going to work every single time. We're building a very modern consumer electronic. And we're going to ship it. And then we're going to put it on Comma bodies. And we're just going to keep going.
We don't have lies. A lot of companies have lies. And some companies would fall apart if the lies were to go away.
Mall stores when? Maybe next year.
Mall store.
We'll do Comic-Con 3 in the mall store.
If someone wants to come do the mall store, I'd hire a mall store person. I'm ready
Mall
for that.
store.
Are we shipping a mall store experience set? I don't think so. I think a Comma fellow is going to have to cover too much.
I mean, yeah, but all right, someone's got to recruit the Comma fellows, get in their jumpsuits. Comma fellow.
So George is the president. And is working on Tiger God. Is he still?
We're not pretentious enough to call them geniuses. They're just fellows.
Genius fellows.
Comma fellows. All right, any hiring questions? Or other questions are cool too. But I think we're getting ready to wrap up.
Yes. There was a question about coffee and cars. I think probably.
We'll announce
just
it when it's time.
announce it.
Yeah, maybe
Not soon.
in the next 3 to 6 months, maybe. Do you worry there's a limit to what's possible in self-driving now and that you're close to it?
No, we're not close to it.
I mean, I think we have line of sight to shipping ML Sim. That should unlock some things. I think you guys will be really excited about a roadmap for the next year. We showed you a good chunk of it.
What do you mean the limit? Why do you think? Have you seen a human? Right? There's a proof of concept that there's a good one out there. Just build that.
Comma, Connect, and Openpilot front end are the same position. So I think you guys are thinking about this a little bit too rigidly. If you can do our challenges and you can contribute, like if you're a person who's like, okay, I only do front end, I'm not really sure what that means. It sounds like, you don't want to kind of own the whole app, and maybe that's not for you. We're looking for somebody who can basically take the APIs we built in Openpilot, extend them, and is capable of making those similar APIs to expose for Connect, and then can you build Connect from scratch, basically?
So this siloization is how the professional managerial class keeps control of companies. There's no real reason for it. It's not advantageous for a company to pigeonhole you into a smaller role if the company's trying to win. That is advantageous if people are playing office politics and some manager wants to, silo and pigeonhole their 6 people such that they retain their own importance. But if you don't want to do that, then things shouldn't be around like this.
Comma doesn't have a PMC. Comma is a PMC-free company. We're using TensorFlow. No, we're not. Oh, we're not using TensorFlow. We're using PyTorch and TinyGrad.
How many refactors are too many refactors? So it's not about the number of refactors. It's about the type of refactor. We still got many, many refactors to go on Openpilot and the rest of our stacks.
Yes, AEB has more acceleration limit and it's slightly different API.
With respect to refactors, I lean towards like the way that the CPython team thinks about it, which is in general, if you're trading off complexity for things like speed or extreme features, you're probably making a bad trade-off if you have a long time horizon on speed and features. We want speed and features, but it's not worth shipping hacks tomorrow to get them.
Yes, we don't want to put ourselves in a local optima that we can't escape. We're using PyTorch for training and then TinyGrad for inference on the device.
Can you choose your own equipment you work on? Maybe I want to code on an Edge 2. What is an Edge 2? We give you a really nice workstation if you want like a different workstation. That's an Edge 2, I guess.
What's an Edge 2?
I'm not sure.
I'll buy you whatever hardware you want. I'm big on buying machines and
What's the age range of Openpilot employees?
no.
Pretty young.
We don't discriminate.
We don't discriminate either. Let me see.
Okay. Someone says thanks for the transparency. Cool. I think we can wrap up.
What's the process?
Oh, to relocation. I don't know. Do you want to relocate? I think we can help with relocation as
do we
much
do
as we can.
relocation bonuses?
Sometimes. Not quite
Think
sure.
so.
We're looking for remote engineers. No. We're looking for people to come to this office every day and make really great stuff.
Yeah, why do you want a remote job, you know?
How easy is it now to support a new car? So it depends on the car. If it's a model port, it's like crazy easy. Like somebody with experience in Openpilot can do it in half an hour. And then if you're doing like a brand port, it's like a weekend proposition. It's very doable for anybody who has any experience with software.
So someone's asking about the on-site interview for the final round. How is it like?
So typically you can do, we'll offer you an internship to hire if you want, or you can do a micro internship where you come for like 2-3 days or a week if you want. And we'll come up with a project that is like a very real problem. It's not a toy problem. And then we'll scope it such that you can ship it to users within that time. Like you'll either ship it to Openpilot Master, or it'll be something that ships to production. So that's generally, we'll fly you out. We can house you here. It's a very easy process.
Yeah, and it's a good way to see what are the expectations if working here is a good fit for you, and also a good way for us to see if working here, if you are a
don't
good
want to
fit.
move to San Diego.
Yeah, why don't you want to move to
So-
San Diego?
I'll say one more thing about the micro internships. I actually stole that from Stripe. I interviewed at Stripe and they brought me out for a week micro internship. It was a good experience. Coming to the office, I got something shipped. It was cool.
Yeah, it is cool. It's a two-way process. It's not just about us testing you. It's also about you seeing if you're a good fit and if you want to come here and relocate and work. We really shouldn't think about it as just us testing. It's like you come here, you do some work, see the fit, see the culture, and we do the same.
Yeah, I mean, we're a pretty chill place to work. You come here and you're basically, there's no like, you don't have to onboard. You can get clone our repos right now. The difference is you'll be working at a desk here and then you'll have lunch and dinner with us. So you get to really see what it's like pretty immediately.
I mean, we do have access to some cool things. We do have access to a lot of compute power. We have access to the data, and we have access to there is one hidden repo here, the repo that has all the training and the
And Schiffer.
data processing stack.
Have you
Schiffer
seen-
not open.
No, Schiffer's not open.
have you seen
Oh,
the-
we can open. If someone wants to do that as a project, there's
Somebody
no
wants to
reason
come
right
work
there.
here and make it open source.
Yeah.
I got to clean it up a bit.
All right,
Oh, there's a
let's
question
wrap it
about
up.
micro. Means the recruit needs to work with the team too, not just Dan.
Yes. Yeah, it's not just a performance. It's really,
Yeah.
it's like real work. I want to see
It's
you.
almost like your first week here.
It's important that the training set and testing set be the same.
Yes, we don't want train set test set mismatch, and you also don't want to overfit. They want to train on the test set.
Yeah, okay, testing.
All right, I think we can wrap up.
All right, great. You guys can post any more questions on Discord. Make PRs to the new jobs page. Still looking forward to any feedback and your applications. Cool.
Good chatting.
All right, thanks for joining, guys.
Bye.